Okay guys, we're up here in Maine. It's August 4th and we just got a weather report that this Tropical Storm Isaias or Isaiah or whatever, I can't even pronounce that stupid name. Who comes up with these names, right? But anyway, we're predicting tonight, not much rain, but some pretty steady wind. They're saying 35 to 40, maybe gusting to 50. So it's time to button down the hatches before it gets here. Details coming up on RV Street. Okay folks, you remember how I always talk about being prepared. You don't wait until something's fixing to go down and then you start thinking about it. And we got this tropical storm coming up through New England and New Hampshire right now, and it's coming up into Maine tonight. And they're predicting between 35 and 50 miles an hour. Well, I've already got that covered here because I'm going to show you the equipment that we're going to use to tie down our large topper. So you can see our 16-foot slide right here. We're going to go ahead and leave it open, but I'm going to collapse the window shades and I'm going to put a strap over the large slide topper. I made this strap a couple of years ago in RGV and we went through 55 miles an hour there. So I'm going to show you how we do this. This is the equipment that I carry. I have this all bundled up inside my bay. I carry this with me at all times. And I have two plastic bags with a towel on each side, and I'll show you why I'm using this. So I've got to take this strap and I'm going to go up on the roof and I am going to sling it over both sides of the topper, and then I'll show you where we go from there. So I got my ladder out here to assist me to get up on my back ladder, and I'm going to climb up and put the sling over the topper. So like I said, about 2 years ago in RGV, we had a storm coming through there, and it was about 50 miles an hour. And before that hit, I went to Home Depot and I bought this strap. And I believe it was 30 feet. And it was this green strap with a chrome hook or a cleat, whatever you want to call this, on either end. But when I slung it over the topper, it was a little short. It was up here like this. Well, the metal part that came with this strap, it was a big chrome piece that had a handle that you'd be able to crank it. You know what I'm talking about, how you'd be able to put it on two ends and it would cinch up that strap. And on that cleat, it had about another 2-foot piece with another cleat on it. Well, what I did, since this strap was short and I didn't need that cranking cleat, I cut that strap. And now I got about 2 feet more. And what I did with that 2 feet is I ended up sewing it on the end here to give me just that little bit more length to be able to secure it to the coach. So after I cut that piece off of the cleat, that cranking cleat, I hot glued the existing strap, and you can see how I sandwiched it right here. I hot glued it here and folded that material over, and I did it again down here. And then I took some fishing line. I carry with me a really big, thick sewing needle that you would use to repair sails and that type of thing. I took that needle, I threaded through a 15 test fishing line, and then I sewed it. And you can see my stitches here. Okay? And down here. So now my strap is long enough to secure to both sides of the slide. So what we're going to do here is we're going to cinch this down on the long side first. You can see here my slide bar is way inside here. So I've got about 2 feet where it comes from here into here, and on the front it's a lot shorter. It just makes it easier for me on this coach to take the long bungee cord and throw it over that bar. You see that? Bring these 2 bungee cords in here and hook them on that cleat. You see that? And this is what it looks like up top. Now I am not going to cinch that thing down and stretch that topper. All I'm doing is throwing over a strap to keep it from flapping up and down. And this really works well. Let's go secure the other side. Now over here on the shorter side, you see how close this bar is. I only need a small bungee cord for this side. I throw it over the top, I bring these 2 together, and I hook on the strap like that. You see that? Now as it sits right now, you can see how loose this is. So I took this bungee cord and I went around it twice to get a little of that slop out of there. Then I'm going to take one of these towels that I put in a plastic bag to keep it dry, and I slide it right inside there. And what that does is it brings the strap away, and I take this blue painter's tape and I pin it right there. You see that? This only has to last tonight, okay? This storm, this thing's gonna blow through tonight. It'll be over in about 4 or 5 hours. But now I've got the tension out of the strap. It's secured down here. And if you look up there, it's just the weight of the strap. That's gonna keep that topper from flapping up and down. Let's go do the other side. Now you can see this is still a little loose. You see that? And when I put this bag up in there, that's not going to take quite enough tension. So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to go around this bar one more time and hook it. And now you can see the tension is just right on here. I take the towel in the plastic bag. I put it down like that. We'll add a few more pieces here. You can see the tension here. I think what I'll do is I'm going to move this up, okay, because that'll probably pull away tonight in the wind. So I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to put it here. This keeps this strap from flapping up against the side, because I learned that, I don't know, a few times ago when we have done this, and it's best to keep a little cushion here and then also put some tape up here to keep the strap itself from slapping. And you can see again, that's what it looks like up there. There's no need for us to worry or bring in the slide. Our topper will be fine tonight. Okay, so now we're gonna retract the window shades. And by the way, those of you who have window shades, we love these window shades, by the way. But if you just pull the shades down like this and hook them where this strap is straight, even in gentle winds, when the wind comes through here, they'll sit there and they'll vibrate like a piano string. So the way you eliminate that is you take it and you make one twist and then you hook it. Little power tip from Martin, okay? So anyway, we're going to go ahead and retract the shades. I'm going to retract this one. And now we'll go to the bedroom slide. Now you can see here on our bedroom slide, it's about 6 feet or so. It also has a window shade. But the storm is coming out of this direction. It's going to be blowing kind of in this direction. This side here is going to be fine. I'm still going to retract the window shade, but again, I'm going to leave the topper, the slide and the topper out. So let's retract this window shade. And also, with this slide being so small, again, just from experience with our coach, this slide and this topper will be fine. And on my front tire covers, I have a little bungee cord that goes through it has 2 eyelets on either end and has a bungee cord that goes around it. I buttoned up both the passenger and the driver's side. I crawled up underneath there on my cardboard and buttoned it down. You can see on the bottom there how the tire cover is cinched up underneath there, because if you don't do that with high winds, they'll blow off and who knows where they go. And the last thing we'll do tonight after dinner is we'll put away our chairs, we'll take up our mats, and that's pretty much it. Everything outside is buttoned up. Hey, good morning, folks. Well, it's morning time and the storm has blown over. It's already all the way up into Canada. And look at the skies here. I mean, it's not a cloud in the sky. So you and I are going to take our first look to see how our straps held up last night in the wind. So come on, let's go take a look. Oh man, that looks great. Let's look at the back. And the back looks fine too. Everything worked just like I expected it to. What I'll do now is I'll go ahead and I'll pull it down and I will lay it out and I'll let it dry. And then once it's dry, I'll fold it all back up, put my bungee cords next to it, put a couple rubber bands around it, and take that and my 2 bags with my towels in them, and I'll put them back in the bay for the next time. Okay, so I know some of you saw me get up on the roof like that and put that strap on last night. And a lot of you may be afraid to get up on that roof, or you have some health issues or something like that. If you remember, hopefully you watched my detail and washing video. I introduced everybody to this pole. This pole is the most awesome pole ever. I use it to wash the side of the coach and other things that will be coming up in the future. But here's just a quick little tip about this pole. All right, it's time to start washing this puppy, right? The first thing we're going to do is I'm going to get up on the roof and I'm going to use my pole. And just one quick word about this pole. Look how easy that thing is to extend and not extend. I used to use a painter's pole. What a piece of junk and a hassle that thing was. Have to unscrew it and put it out and then screw it again, and it was heavier. This thing here, boom, boom. I love this. I told my wife when I bought this, I said, man, this thing is the most awesome pole. So for those of you who are afraid to get up on the roof, you could take this pole and you could take that strap of that metal cleat right here, and you could put some Gorilla Tape around it, and then extend that pole and put it up over the awning like this. So you'd have the strap right here at the end, and you would just raise it up, put it over the slide, and slide it over the edge and on down. That would make putting that strap up there really easy. But as I said, for me, it was just easier for me to jump on that ladder, go up there and put that on. That's just the way I do things. It's things like this that I keep talking about on our channel, about being prepared. You just don't wait until, okay, something's going to happen, what do I do? You may only use those straps once a year, maybe once every couple of years. We've used them twice this year. And here we are in Maine. Who would have known we were going to have a storm coming up here in the middle of August? But I've got it all ready to go. So being prepared is really important. If any of you want to see some of my other how-to DIY videos, my maintenance videos, my upgrade videos, you can go to our main YouTube channel page, click playlists. Then when you get to the playlist page, click RV upgrades, maintenance, and how-to DIYs. I got a whole string of videos there. If you like this video, give me a like button and give me your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell off to the right, and you'll get notified the next time we upload our free video. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. This is RV Street. Stick around.